Hello there, Zanna James here with your weather. And while we have a hazardous seas alert set to take effect soon, before we get into that, we're still closely tracking Hurricane Melissa, especially as it made landfall today. So to give you a bit of a visual of what's happening, take a look at Flatbridge in Jamaica. Now, this is what it looked like closer to midnight. And we can see that bridge, we can see the water passing under it. But when we look at it again at around 6 a.m., we can no longer see that roadway. When we look at it again, coming again to midday, it's still underwater. So now conditions deteriorated rapidly in just a matter of hours, and quite frankly, it is still that way as we speak. Now, looking at the satellite of Hurricane Melissa, it's now edging off of the island's western coast, but Jamaica is not out of the woods just yet. The island's mountainous terrain did help to weaken the system slightly, with winds decreasing from 300 kilometers per hour down to 230 kilometers per hour, and it remains a major hurricane. Now, turning to the projected path of Melissa, it remains on track to impact southeastern Cuba as a major hurricane, possibly by Wednesday, which means catastrophic impacts are still expected there. Hurricane warnings are still in effect for southeastern and central Cuba, as well as the Bahamas and the Turks and Caicos Islands, where all preparations should now be complete and final. And again, to everyone in these areas, we are with you and you will make it through this. Now, let's talk about our local conditions for a bit. What we are seeing right here are sea conditions, but to be specific, combined effects of wind waves and northerly swells heading down to our area. Now, when these combine with high tides, it can worsen those sea conditions and deteriorate them. So because of this, the Trinidad and Tobago Meteorological Service has issued a hazardous seas alert set to take effect from Wednesday at 8 a.m. until Thursday at 4 p.m. Now, during this time, we can expect intermittent larger than normal breakers in nearshore areas, particularly along northern coastlines of both Trinidad and Tobago. These conditions may disrupt usual marine activities like fishing, swimming, and the mooring of small vessels intermittently. So all marine interests are advised to either restrict nearshore activity, or if you have to go out on the waters, be extremely cautious. Now, from the seas to the skies, not much has changed today. A relatively dry atmosphere was kept over our area, and that brought mostly hot and sunny conditions. But looking just a bit east of us, we have two tropical waves, and the first is a bit too far north to really impact us severely, but the second could bring a slight increase in showers closer to the end of the week. So for tonight, expect partly cloudy skies with a few brief showers and a low chance of an isolated thunderstorm, mostly after midnight. Our overnight temperatures will settle around 24 degrees in Trinidad and 26 degrees over in Tobago. Now, heading into midweek, with no direct influence from that tropical wave in particular, we are in for another round of hot and sunny conditions, but later in the evening, we may see some patchy cloudiness and thunderstorms start to develop, and that will linger into the night as well. When we look at our temperatures, we are looking at 34 degrees for Trinidad, and for Tobago as well. You would also see those sunny conditions to start, and then a bit of increasing cloudiness, which could be accompanied by some showers, and that lingering cloudiness all the way into the evening and night, with a daytime high of 31 degrees. Now, as for our seas, conditions remain moderate, with wave heights up to 2 meters in open waters and near 1 meter in sheltered areas. And just remember that hazardous seas alert will go into effect from tomorrow morning all the way through to Thursday. So extra caution is advised, especially around high tide time. Now, that's all for your weather this evening. I am Zanna James. Stay safe and have a pleasant evening ahead.